Hey guys, it's Nito King with the finale of the Space Quest Let's Play. Today we're finishing up with Space Quest 6.
Hi, Mr.
And we don't need to hear any of that.
Oh!
The whole point of this sequence is that if you play it on 3 specific dates, April 11th, December 29th, or January 3rd, the birthdays of 3 of the programmers, something about Stooge Fighter 3 is a little different. Notice the names of the characters here. They're named after the 3 developers whose birthdays the Easter egg activates on. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the code. There we are.
This is the Lair Man.
Yeah, the description doesn't change at all, so let's just go ahead and choose him, and show off his special moves, which I didn't get the chance to do in the main Let's Play. One final time looking at the instructions, which never, ever change.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I did at least get the chance to show off all his regular moves, so here's his special. Man, that does a lot of damage. And his regular finisher.
Lair Man wins. Rumble.
And of course, there's only one reason that I would ever show you guys round 2. Because that's the way it's supposed to go.
Larman wins the match. Unblemished victory. You ordered him.
And we all know where it goes from there. The other Easter egg activates only on April 11th or October 31st, namely Halloween. And it'll only happen the first time you go into 8 rear on that date. This is really creepy.
It's your old non-organic friend, Circuit Sydney. My oh my, it would appear that Sydney's head has a life of its own today.
And I didn't realize that looking directly at it would end the Easter egg, so I left and came back and it didn't happen again. I had to restore an older game. Because I really want to see what happens if I just talk to him while his head is behind me.
Sydney, I have a favor I'd like to ask of you.
And in fact, I'll ask for both favors right now, just to show you that, yeah, you can come in here at any time and just get his arm and his eye.
Sydney?
So there you have it, the date-based Easter eggs. Now on with some other stuff that you can do at any time, like mess with a spider. Nothing really special. There is something a bit more amusing you can do in the basement. Specifically right after freezing the Endodroid.
Frosta la Kista, baby.
Wow, it worked!
Yeah,
This dude's in a...
that's not it. Let's just go ahead and touch him.
Oh, not real smart. This may just be your most humiliating moment ever, although it's hard to tell. There have been so many. Don't you just hate it when that happens?
Indeed. So let's pretend it didn't. And people wanted me to mess around a bit more with the toilets in the brig.
Hey, we're trying for a PG-13 rating here. You don't need a drink right now, you old space dog. With the force field in place, you can't reach anything in that cell without demolecularizing your arm, which is a trip and a half, but you've kind of grown attached to it. Yes, provided you could get past both the force field and the creature from the ego, you could easily stick your head in the bowl and talk like Darth Vader. But it's not really worth the loss of life.
Yeah, I don't know, it might be. And this guy just never seemed to show up at a convenient time while I was recording the videos, so let's take a look at him.
And we thought the Elvis 1987 poster in our office was tasteless. Yeah, just walk over and feel them up. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And we're sure you'll enjoy it when you're the recipient of some nice phaser blast ventilation. Don't interrupt them. They're on break. Besides, you stand less of a chance of being insulted or shot down. A guy can only take so much of that.
And of course, since I didn't look around at the funeral before, let's do it now.
It's your average, everyday hollow chaplain. Stunningly real, don't you think? That's the holographic gravedigger. His program certainly is low-key. Pay no attention to them. They're just extras we hired to fill the room. Pay no attention. Come on, you know him. That's Dorf, the deep ship's nearsighted and relatively clueless security chief. Geez, the coffin. The true gravity of Stellar's death hits you in the stomach, nearly making you physically ill. It's really true. This setting is idyllic. You know in a place deep inside of you, despite your emotional thickness, that this is what Stellar would have wanted. This is the control panel for the hollow suite from which this setting was recreated. This is the standard compost. It's the only other thing that detracts from the nearly perfect scene before your eyes. This is the tube bottom. This is the intake exhaust tube for the on-ship transporter. This is what sucks you here and there. You would leave Stellar's funeral? Wouldn't it be fun to see everyone's reactions if you turned off the program? You quickly lose the thought and remember Stellar. This is no time to pick a conversation. You start to say something. That won't help in this situation. This is no time to pick a conversation. You drool in that direction, but no one notices.
Alright, that's not as interesting as I'd hoped. Here's something that is interesting. Remember the movies and games buttons that I said were tied to Easter eggs? Here's how you actually activate them. First thing you gotta do is turn on the power. Then, mysteriously, you need to open the glove box, press the button you want to use, and press the red button on the right steering wheel. The movie button lets you watch some of those 3D animated cutscenes that we've already seen in the Let's Play, so I'm just going to skip those for now. The games button, on the other hand, is a bit more interesting.
Of all the souls I have encountered in my travels, his was the most human.
And yeah, that was Josh on the left in that picture. He's not dead, he's just off the project. And another thing I didn't look at while I was in Dr. Bellow's lab was his books.
There's a nice variety of books on the doctor's shelf. The Hidden Life of Orats. What they don't teach you at StarCon Academy. All I need to know I learned from the Q Continuum. And the Hunt for Red Corpuscle. You've got far more important things to do than read books right now. Like play computer games. These are old-fashioned books. You can't talk to them, print them out, edit them, transmit them, or upload them.
But then again, speaking of high tech, Of course, I looked at the background while I was here the first time.
You saw it here first. A preview of the famed information superhighway. Wow.
But if you keep looking...
You saw...
Next.
You saw it here. You saw... You saw... You saw... You saw... Wow. This makes my nipples hard.
Thank you very much for that, Gary Owens. And finally, one very hidden thing. You remember this monitor had nothing of interest to it.
That's delightfully non-helpful.
But if I control-click on it a bunch of times...
Thank you for purchasing Space Quest 6. You did purchase it, didn't you? Oh, of course you did. You sure couldn't be like one of those weasels who would make illegal copies. You're too cool for that.
And the rest of this proceeds in complete silence, so I added my own soundtrack. Hope you enjoy it.
Because I'm Roger Wilco, I'll kick your ass. I know where you live.
So... yeah. Bye, everyone. This is Nito King, hoping that you enjoyed the LP, and you'll come back and watch whatever one I do next. See you later. Bye. 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 How long am I gonna keep this up? Whatever. I'm done. Let's get this thing encoded. Off to the publisher. Blip, why do you give me so many problems? I can't watch any of your videos, and they all go wrong when I post. What is your deal? Oh, stop this thing. I don't know. Pizza or something? I wonder if Taco Bell delivers. You gotta do something to keep their business up, right? Oh.